Hey, my husband got bit by a tick this week, and here's what we did. I am a Lyme disease survivor, so I may have had a little bit of an advantage in the being informed area. We kept the tick. You don't pull it out with like fire or Vaseline, you just get tweezers and pull it out as much of it that can come out as possible. You put it in a Ziploc bag. You can freeze it if you want, but basically we mailed it to a lab that didn't need a doctor's note. They just test it for you. There's several of them online. It costs about 50 bucks. I don't have the results back for that, but in the meantime, we called his primary care physician and asked for antibiotics just in case. So far, he doesn't have any of the symptoms, which are fever, chills, fatigue, bullseye rash around the bite. So we basically don't think he caught any bacteria or anything, but we mailed it in just in case. And then the other thing we did was called his primary physician and asked for doxycycline, which is the antibiotic that the International Lyme and Associated Disease people recommend. You can look them up, ILADS.com, I think, and read through the recommendations. I also called my doctor, who is a Lyme disease survivor and a DO, but she's not on his insurance. So her nurse practitioner talked with me and said that she would recommend 20 days of doxycycline, whether he has symptoms or not. So she's very conservative and careful with tick bites, of course. But his doctor was of the impression that pop a couple of them if you don't have symptoms, and then if you do the whole duration and other protocols. But when I read on ILADS, it said that was based on a study that's never been duplicated and that had some problems, so they don't think that does much. So we just said, hey, we really want you to do a prescription for all 20 days. I think they recommended 100 to 200 milligrams twice daily for 20 days if you have any of those symptoms. But it kind of is like up to people's discretion whether to take the antibiotics with no symptoms. I'm not a big antibiotic person, but I'm also not a big waiting when you have a tick bite person, so we kind of waffled back and forth. Anyway, we called in the prescription. It was cheap, and we have it on us in case he gets a fever or chills or a bullseye rash, or in case the lab comes back next week saying that the bacteria that causes Lyme was present in the tick. So that's what we did. I hope that helps as you think through what to do.